Hi, this is Helena Hart, and in this video, I wanted to share 4 steps to bring a man closer using your feminine energy. This really works in all situations in your love life, whether you're single and looking to attract the right man for you, maybe you have your eye on one particular man, or you just started dating someone and you're looking to take the relationship to the next level, or maybe you've been with a man for years or decades and he's been acting distant or withdrawing or pulling away a little bit. Hopefully what I'm going to share in this video will get his energy coming back towards you again. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to attract the man and the relationship you want. So if you're looking for advice on how to bring a man closer, especially if he's pulling away right now, you've likely put him on a pedestal in your mind in some way. You might have made this man the goal or the prize in your mind. And I know how easy it can be to do this. This was certainly my tendency in my past before I figured out how men and the dynamics of attraction really work. So what happens when we put a man on a pedestal or we make him the goal or see him as the prize in our mind, we almost can't help it. It shifts us into our masculine energy, and even in small subconscious ways, we kind of want to go after him or prove ourselves to him or win his love. You might have this urge to show this man what a great catch you are or what an amazing partner you would be. And when you do that, you're going into what I call convincing mode, which is actually masculine competitive behavior, and it pushes the man away on a deep subconscious level. But his attraction to you and his desire to come close will actually start to fade if he gets the sense that you've put him on a pedestal or you're trying to prove yourself to him or win him over in some way. The next thing I wanted to share when it comes to bringing a man closer using your feminine energy is stop trying to make things happen with this man or in your relationship, and instead lean back and allow things to happen. This is so important to understand because typically all a woman needs to do in order to bring a man closer is stop doing all of the things that are pushing him away. This includes anything that looks like leaning forward and stepping into that masculine energy place where you're constantly trying to move the relationship forward or get this guy to do what you want right now or just make something happen with him in the relationship. So what does this look like in real life? This looks like always being the one to initiate contact with a man, always being the one to call him up or text him and ask him out. This looks like planning all the dates and driving to him and paying for everything every time. Anything that looks like making it really easy for him. And even as I'm describing some of these things, I'm leaning forward physically. I almost can't help it. There's this forward-leaning quality to always being the one to move things forward or make something happen with a man. And it really pushes him away on a very deep subconscious level. It diminishes his desire to come close to you or step up and start pursuing you in the relationship. When you're the one putting all the work into the relationship and constantly trying to make something happen, it can occur to a man like you want something from him that he's not freely giving you right now. And it can be so easy to slip into doing this. I call this giving to get. When we're constantly giving to a man and over-functioning and doing things for him all the time. And when you have a subtle agenda like that and you're giving to a man and being really sweet and understanding, if you're trying to make something happen in the relationship on a deep level, it just feels like pressure to him. A lot of these things that feel like love to us can actually feel like pressure to a man if he's not freely doing those things for you all on his own. What you want to do instead is stop trying to make things happen, lean back into your feminine energy. That's what really creates the space for this man to step up and start pursuing you and putting effort into your relationship instead of you being the one to do all the work. It's also what gets a man's energy coming back towards you if he's been pulling away or acting distant or withdrawing. The third step when it comes to bringing a man closer using your feminine energy is taking your focus off of this man for right now. And I know how difficult it can be to do this when we really like a guy, or we were just starting to develop some strong feelings for him, or even if it's a man we've been with for years and he's been acting distant or withdrawing. I totally understand the tendency to want to figure him out or try to analyze what went wrong or what we could do to make things better. A lot of times women think they're leaning back into their feminine energy, but they're actually not. They're actually very much leaning forward mentally by constantly thinking about a man, even if he's not contacting her right now, or obsessing about him or analyzing him, trying to figure out what went wrong or where you stand in the relationship. And when you're up in your head thinking and analyzing the situation like that, you're actually in your masculine energy. So this ability to analyze and think about things and figure things out is fantastic. That's your masculine energy, and it works really well in other areas of your life, like work or getting things done or raising kids. Anytime you need to figure something out or make a decision, you're in your masculine energy, and again, that's a great thing. It works really well in other areas of your life, not so great in relationships, because when you're constantly thinking about a man and obsessing about him, especially if he's not right in front of you or if his energy is not coming towards you, like if he's not contacting you and pursuing you and you're constantly thinking about him and obsessing, that energy in and of itself can keep him at arm's length. A man can feel it in your energy and your vibe when you're laser focused on him. Even if you're not saying a word, it's just something he can feel. Men are very sensitive to this, and it does not inspire him to come closer to you. It actually does just the opposite. So one of the best things you can do when you want to bring a man closer using your feminine energy is take all of that attention and mental energy and focus off of this man, unless he's right in front of you or contacting you, and put all that energy on yourself and your own life where it belongs. That's what creates the space for this man to come towards you, or for the right man to step up and start pursuing you if you're single. It's just such an attractive magnetic energy when a man feels that your focus is on yourself and your own life. That's what draws him into you and makes him want to be a bigger part of your life. And the last step I wanted to share when it comes to bringing a man closer using your feminine energy is connecting to yourself and your own heart. This is so important. I always say that the way to connect deeply with a man's heart and inspire him to come closer is always through your own heart first. It is just the only way. If you're focused on a man or up in your head trying to strategize and create some connection with him so you can bring him closer, it's never gonna work. You have to lean back into your feminine energy and connect with your own feelings and your own heart's desires. That's what actually inspires a man to come close. So we often do the things I talked about in the first 3 steps in order to cover up feelings on a deep level. When we're feeling a lot of anxiety or urgency or even anger or disappointment in a relationship, rather than feeling those things, what we tend to want to do is stuff them down. And then we do everything I talked about in steps 1 through 3. We focus on a man, we might make him the goal or the prize in our mind, and then we lean forward and start over functioning and doing everything in the relationship. And on a deep subconscious level, we can tend to want to do these things in order to cover up some of these things that we're feeling. So when you lean back and stop doing all of these things that are pushing men away, what happens is feelings will start to come up in you. You might feel a deep sense of sadness or grief come up because you can just really tell that this man is 1 foot out the door and he's not putting any effort into this relationship. And you've been doing everything to try to keep it going. I see that all the time in women, and it's just heartbreaking when women are doing everything in the relationship and the man isn't putting any effort in himself. You might feel some anxiety or urgency come up. It's a really common situation, especially in the early stages of a relationship, if you don't know where you stand with this man yet. And instead of letting yourself just feel those things and love and embrace and accept all the feelings that are coming up in you, it can be easy to just push those feelings down and ignore them and just focus on the man, right? We go right up into our heads and we focus on this man in order to disconnect from ourselves and our own emotions. Or you might feel a sense of joy or exhilaration because you really like this man and you're excited to see where things go. So when you lean back into your feminine energy, start to notice some feelings that are coming up in you. And I would love to hear from you. Let me know how this goes for you in the comment section down below. I always love hearing from you guys, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts and experiences with these 4 steps. These feelings that are coming up in you are actually the key to connecting deeply with a man's heart and bringing him closer than ever. Because when a man sees that you love and accept all the parts of yourself and all of your feelings, that's how he knows that you're going to accept him and his feelings, even some of the unpleasant emotions or parts of himself that he doesn't want to show to others. When a man gets the sense that you feel safe within yourself and you're comfortable with your feelings and you love and embrace and accept everything that comes up within you, that's how he knows on a deep level that you're going to accept him and his feelings. And that's actually the key to making him feel safe to come closer to you. I have so many videos here on my YouTube channel on how to connect deeply with your own heart so you can connect with a man's heart and make him see you as that one special woman that he never wants to live without. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel to get access to all of those. And if you're ready to attract the man you want and bring him closer than ever, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. It's free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description right below this video. Let me know your thoughts and experiences with this down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.